Oh, it's me. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm Katie.
I'm Wendy.
I'm Lori.
And welcome back to the Front Row Show. We're doing great so
Created
far.
by fans for the fans.
Besides tossing pizzas, our next guest also works behind the scenes with Seventh Heaven and manages Serendipity. Please welcome Lenny Rago.
Yay. Oh, it's been a long day.
Yeah. It was a good laugh.
Hello?
No,
Hello.
We don't see you.
Can we see your face?
I thought I did it.
Nope.
Nope.
Where is it? Start video. I think that would help.
We still can't see you. Oh,
There
you
you
are.
are.
There he
Hello,
is.
hello.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
How are you?
Enjoying the night. It's pretty nice out actually.
It's very nice. Sunny weather and it's nice and hot. Finally.
Very sticky.
Very humid.
Yeah.
Not no more. It's actually
No.
calmed down a little bit in the humidity, so it's actually pretty nice out.
Mm-hmm.
So how have you been?
Okay. You know, this is we're closed for a week for vacation, so this is really nice.
Ooh.
So just,
Yes, we did see that when we went to the restaurant last week. It had closed on vacation.
yeah. So everybody needs a break, and everybody takes a break for a week, and we're all off at the same time. There's nobody can bother any of us.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's the
That's nice.
idea behind it.
You-
Because you're in a restaurant business, there's always something comes up. So you know
Mhm.
whether you're on vacation or you're not. So you're just better off just closing for a week and giving everybody the same week off. This way nobody gets bothered.
Yeah, that's
Business
very
has
nice.
been good?
Business has been good.
Good.
You know, I can't complain. It's a little bit of a challenge right now, but I mean,
Yeah.
we're doing fine. So can't complain.
Well, we went last week? What day last week did we go?
Last week, yes, Wednesday, I think. First time we were there at Panino's, and it was really good. We enjoyed it.
Oh, good.
Great. Well, thanks for coming, guys.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
your music selection was really nice too. We were sitting outside, and the music selection was great.
Yeah, that's all internet based.
It was great.
Let me clean up my office here. Hold on a second.
It's fine.
Papers and water bottles and off a
Hey, your desk is cleaner than mine. Mine is terrible.
It is.
Yeah, it's mine
It's
too.
definitely pretty dirty right now. You don't see it all, but I just haven't been home. I went to a funeral today, and last week we had another funeral, so I've been like,
Oh my goodness.
you know, so nothing. I mean, one of my partner's father died, and he was 90. He lived a great life.
Wow.
So it's a little interesting at these funerals today.
Yeah. Up to like
Yeah.
10 people now or something, right?
Oh, we actually had 50 people now.
That's good. Okay, good.
Register, and then they take your temperature, they give you sanitizer when you go into the church, and then they social distance you from pews, you know, every other pew, and then it's 6 people per pew. So it was actually pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's nice. Proper send off. That was nice.
Yeah. Proper send off, so at least he got to have a little bit of family and friends as he went to his next journey in life.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
What have you guys been up to?
Working?
Work?
Everybody is working?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What does
Work from
everybody
home.
do? I don't know what everybody does, so let's hear a little bit about what you guys do.
I
I'm gonna turn
baby.
the interview around. How's that?
Okay.
Sure.
That's fine.
I babysit, so I get to be like a kid all day, do crafts and play outside and do games, and then camp starts next week, so I'll be doing that.
You get a vacation while they're at camp?
No, it's just for the month of July, and it's gonna be different. We only have like 10 kids, and
No, when you say babysit, you mean like for like a camp or?
oh no, just like during the day, like if parents who went back to work, so or if a parent needs a night out.
Right.
They
That's
call
got to
me.
be pretty challenging, like right now with like, I mean, a lot of people are not back to work, or a lot of people, you know, when the kids are not going back to school, there's going to
No.
be such a need for babysitters.
Yeah, so it was
You should start your own business and hire your friends here.
Well, yeah. Their kids are older, so they don't need babysitting.
We don't
Work
need
for
to.
you.
So,
All right, next, Wendy.
Well, I work for a company where we do branding management and printing and all this stuff. So I'm the biller, the only biller. So I bill all day,
No comment.
all day.
Nobody wants
So,
to pay
and it's
bills. Right?
month end, so it's fun for me today.
Nobody wants to pay bills, right?
No,
They all want it done, but nobody wants to pay it.
exactly.
All right, next.
And I own my own company. We do for 20 years now, probably. We install low voltage home theaters, network wiring, security systems, cameras. Yep, controlled lighting. We do Control 4, Savant, Lutron, all that stuff.
That's good to know.
Yes.
He was asking something about Control 4, if he could hook up something. What was he
Well, I'll
asking?
have to talk to him to find out.
He was asking me the other day, what do we can hook this up to Control 4 to make it work. Trying to think what it was. Go back to his couple of, non-political posts and see.
Oh. Yeah. Now, yeah, we've been doing it for a while. We've actually been really busy with it, considering everything. We didn't shut down.
When you do alarms, I mean, you work with like Emergency 24 and stuff like that.
Yes. Well, we're obviously state licensed, and we have our monitoring company. It's called Acadian.
It's Acadian. It's another one I've never heard of.
Yeah, we used to have Emergency 24 a long time ago, but we've been with Acadian for a long time now.
How do I know that stuff? Because I used to work at ADT. That's how I know this stuff.
Ah.
I'm a very good installer.
Really? See, we could have hired someone.
All the cameras in my restaurant, all the alarm system in all 3 restaurants. I did know my house, saw the cameras and low voltage in my house.
Cool. It's very hard to find good workers these days.
Yeah.
We finally just got 2 new ones about a month ago, and they seem to be working out really good. They're a little bit more experienced, so it makes it a little bit easier. So
Gap in my life where I went from taking a break in the restaurant to going to, my trade is HVAC. I went to school for heating and refrigeration. So I did that for a little bit. And then, I used to work in a restaurant when I was 14, and then, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then I started, going to, school and then working on the night school for HVAC, and I did that. And then, went into sales in the food industry, the pizza industry where I was doing sales. And then I just decided that, I want to try the alarm business, ADT, and become a union electrician. And that's what I did, but the pay was terrible. So, and I just said, I'm going to go back to what I know. And I started the pizza business when I was 26.
wow. Nice. So, speaking of your,
I've been doing it for 10 years now. Right. No.
it's a lot of work owning your own business, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of headaches. I mean, sometimes I just wish I worked for someone, so I could come home and sleep at night. But sometimes I get up in the middle of the night and my mind is just wandering. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen?
Yep.
You know how it goes. So.
well, your business, Panino's, how did you come up with the name for it?
All right. So
We were wondering.
here's the thing. So my brother and I were both working at this, I'm sure you've seen the trucks out there, Greco Foods, and, they're a pretty big distributor of Italian pizza products and stuff like that. We were working for a competitor called Marco Foods at the time. And we were running that company. So we would make fresh pasta. And we had Gina, and we would go just, sell it to, all the grocery stores and restaurants. And we had all the fine Italian restaurants and pizzerias and stuff like that. And, we would, our trips to Italy would be like, you go on the side of the roads and you would see panino-tecas. And they would just be like panini places where you could just go in and get a fast paninis, put on the grill, and run out. Well, we opened our first pizza place. It was called Gina's Pizza on Montrose in Narragansett. And it was named after my brother's daughter. And we were still working at the food business at the time. And I still had my DJ business. So it was kind of like hectic. I would, try to do the sales and then try to go work at the restaurant and then try to go DJ on the weekends and stuff like that. It was so much. And then the owner of the property was very upset with us because, not us, he wasn't upset with us, but there was a Wilbur Red Hot in there. If you know the area on Narragansett and Montrose, there's a Jay's across the street, beef. and I believe there's a Wilbur-Wright College. Well, there's a hot dog stand in there, and we did so well our first week. We were taken into his business, and he got very upset. So the owner said, "Hey, what does it take to get you guys out of here?" You know, so we took the offer, and then we went over to Evanston, and we found this deal, and you know, we wanted to be a panini place. So we had a deli case set up, totally different what you guys saw. So the deli case set up, and it was all prep foods. So you get lasagnas and, you know, different types of salads, and then we would make paninis to order. And then, you know, we had like a coffee shop, desserts, espresso, and just like a little coffee cafe style thing. But then we had the back kitchen, and we would just be like, well, our knowledge is pizza, so let's, you know, we've been doing it since we were 14. Let's start introducing pizza. And it just took off, you know, and then the rest is history. And that's how we became Paninos. That's why we're called Panini. Everybody's like, why are you called Paninis? You don't have nothing to do with, you know, like you guys are more into pizza than you are into paninis. That's the reason we're called Paninos. And
Well, I had your panini. It was good. Your Capri.
yeah, so we stuck with, you know, 10 different paninis still.
It was good. I had it. It was good.
We make our bread. We make everything homemade.
Yeah.
And the bread we had with our pasta was very good.
Yeah.
All homemade bread. So
We have to try the pizza next time. We didn't have pizza, so we'll have to go back and try the pizza.
yeah, you know, you got to venture out a little bit, you know. So I tell people, they all come there and they eat the same thing. Like, you got to venture into the menu. It's pretty, you know, it's got a lot of good stuff on it. And not just from, you know, pizza to pasta, but paninis and gelato. And you know, the Evanston location, obviously, we make all our gelato there. So
We should have had the gelato.
so we make it for that location for Park Ridge.
Oh, wow. That sounds good.
Next.
Next
Nice.
one.
All right, ladies, who's next?
Me, I guess.
I have a question. How's that?
Sure.
How are you guys handling this? Not going. I mean, you guys are frequent concert goers. How is this affecting you guys?
Oh,
Not well.
And we thank you for doing what you do, because it does. You know, sometimes I'll be at work and I log on and I see one of you guys go live or something. You know,
Aw.
makes me feel like, hey, I didn't get to go there because I'm working, but I could see it because, you know, my friends are all on stage. They're not going to be able to tell me anything.
I'm the live queen.
Yeah,
Live queen.
she is.
Yeah.
No, it's hard. I mean, you know, from seeing them every week, you know, sometimes twice a week,
Yeah.
you know, you're just used to that, you know, and we're close together, the three of us. So we see each other and talk to each other now a lot, regardless of the show's not on or not, you know, going. So
This is
yeah,
how this show
oh.
started. This is
Yeah.
how we made this show. We were talking like this anyway. And then Jeff Dobbs was like, why don't you guys do something with Seventh Heaven and do a Zoom meeting? And we're like, all right, might as
Yeah.
well. So
Great idea. But, you know,
Kind of nice though.
I'd
because
have this in person, right? You know, this is
it's
okay
good.
every once in a while, but I think people are zooming out of the Zoom now, right?
Yeah, I used it a lot for school, and then I didn't use it again until we started this. So it's very popular with universities and schools and stuff.
Really?
And so
So your $10,000 check goes right to the Zoom.
yeah, it does. And we're on the basic plan, so this is why these meetings are 30 minutes.
Oh, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
We only got 30? Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not paying $17 a month. Sorry.
You can just restart it if you really wanted to, right?
I mean, I could, but
Okay, your next meeting's at 8:01. We'll brief for a commercial.
yes.
Yeah,
Brought to you by
commercial.
Seventh Heaven.
Right,
There you
right.
go.
Yeah, so that's how Paninos came about. So, you know, and then, you know, Richie and I have known each other for so long. So we just, you know, I DJ'd while he was in the, you know, getting his tour on, you know, his band and stuff like that. So we really never saw each other. I mean, from the early ages, yes, because we grew up down the street. But after that, he went his way, I went my way. I mean, I had a gig every weekend. I did weddings. So it was just like crazy
That's
busy.
cool.
So every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was DJing a gig. So I never was out, you know, with my friends.
Do you have
You're
a
a
cool-
jack of all trades too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I dabbled into a lot of things.
Yes.
Did you have a cool DJ name?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually the company was called So my brother and cousin had it at first, and it was called Dischi Dorati, which in Italian means golden records. So they got into like the Italian scene where they would do comedians, and you guys are friends with Italian, you understand. But it's they have a party for every occasion, and they want music at it. So they were that, and then I bought it from them when I was like, 18. So I did it with them. I would go on, whenever I was going to work in a restaurant, I would go with them and, carry the gig and learn the ropes. And then when they 18, they all got married young at 22, 23 years old, and otherwise they wanted to do it. So I took it over. And then I did it until I was at least 27, 28 years old. So I did it for a good 11 years on my own.
Wow.
And then I started a company because I wanted to get into more corporate work because I understood the corporate work was where the money was at. And I didn't like to do those Italian parties. Not because I'm Italian, I speak it and everything, but it just got boring to me after a while. Play the same old music, same old crap. I want to do weddings because they were fun and energetic, and I want to do corporate events, holiday parties and stuff like that. And I changed my name to Rhythm and Lights Entertainment, which under my desk, I still have a card. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow, that's cool.
That's cool.
Nice.
There it is, the right way.
There it is. Yep.
There it is, yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
So my logo was the kangaroo with the boxing gloves.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So I did that for a while, and I was very successful at that. And I first the whole with the lighting system. I mean, what Zach does, I did 20 years ago.
Wow.
Pro Martin 218s where that cost $3,000 each, and I had 8 of them. So it was like $24,000 investment on this. You had this big computer with a roller ball. That's how you would move the light. It's crazy. But I would, sell that and show up with a big, huge light show, and did a lot of weddings, and that was it. But I think a friend of mine named me Len the Spin back at the day when I was using the turntables. I didn't really care for the name, but
I like it. It works.
I like it.
It works, but it wasn't like I was like, rather just be known as the DJ, Yeah, I do have that. And I still have all my stuff in the basement. I have all my turntables and records.
Wow.
So
Have a nice little DJ party.
yeah.
Yeah, I have.
So not only are you a DJ though, but you've actually written songs for Seventh Heaven too, haven't you?
I've written lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Care to tell us which ones?
Oh, wow. There's like 12 of them. Go for the Ride.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Go for the Ride. She Should Have Been an Angel. What else? Mostly pop media. A lot of those songs on pop media.
Those are good songs on there.
Those are really good songs.
We Live Life Young. What else? Gotta think back. I mean, not all of it. I worked with Tony and Richie on a lot of those. Tony, Julia, and Richie at that time. I would write the lyrics and Tony would fix them. He'd be like, "No, just don't go, Lenny," because they're experienced. But now I understood it. After that, it got easier and easier, and what to write and stuff like that. But lyrically, yes, I had some input. But that Go for the Ride, I pretty much wrote the whole thing.
That's
So,
that's a great song.
Keith wrote Jump Start. We both had the same. It was pretty funny because when Richie goes, you both submitted the same thing. The thing I liked about what Keith wrote was he said, jump, go, whatever. I think I just had something like, let's go for a ride or something like that. But we all came up with the same thing. It was pretty funny and how that all came about. But yeah, so that one Should Have Been an Angel. She was about my wife. What's that one? Other one called Should I Stay? Another one.
Okay. Write down.
Trying to think. I'd have to go back and look at the album cover.
I'm sure if Richie sees this, he'll let you know too.
Oh yeah, he'd be like, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he remembers shit like that.
Oh, he doesn't forget anything.
He doesn't know.
See?
Sure you guys have one handy. You can probably ramble.
Yeah, I'm looking here.
Lori does.
I don't.
Sing, Go for a Ride, She Should Have Been an Angel. Oh shoot, I don't want to go. World Gone Mad.
No.
Beyond Beautiful. Turn Up the Radio, Dance of a
Yeah.
Lifetime,
Turn Our Radio Up, it has some lyric writing in that.
Dance of a Lifetime.
No,
I did not sign up for this.
no, that's Keith.
Get Up on the Floor, Snapshots,
Yeah, Snapshots, yeah, me, Richie, and Tony wrote that.
Love or Hate,
No,
Animals.
No.
You said Wouldn't Change a Thing, Photograph,
yeah, actually, yeah, that one.
What's My Name,
No,
Perfect Girl.
Nope.
Change the World.
Nope.
You said Should I Stay? I love that song. I love when Nick sings that. Stuck in a Moment,
nope,
Living in a Mystery.
no, that's all Richie.
That's Rich. I love that song. It's so weird to hear him sing that, but I really, every time I hear that, I enjoy that song because I play him at work.
When you get together with him, ask him what that song's about. I'm not going to say it on the air, but go ahead.
Okay.
And make sure to include us in that conversation because we want to know too.
Yeah.
Sure you can hear it, but
Loving You and Life Goes On.
Life Goes On, I wrote that. That's about my dad dying.
Okay. That was a lot of good songs.
Actually, I
Those
wrote that
CDs.
song while he was passing away, and then we went into this. Actually, the night my dad passed, the night after, I went into the studio and with Keith and we recorded it.
Wow. So you have a lot of meaningful songs that you wrote.
Yes.
That's really
Yeah.
cool. Aw.
And so about that, and then I think we Live Life Young was one, and then Bunch on Serendipity's first album
Okay.
that we wrote for them because they were
You
young.
get involved.
They were too young at the time.
Yeah,
How did
they
you
were
get
when they
involved
started.
with all that? Managing Seventh Heaven and Serendipity?
I'm not managing Seventh Heaven, so everybody gets the wrong idea. Everything's on the
Oh,
base.
okay.
Well,
You
now
know-
we're setting it straight.
And then Richie will pawn that shit off at me every once in a while. Be like, you know, like when we go to, if I'm there or whatever, he'll be like, you know, talk to him. He doesn't like to be bothered, whatever. So I'll help him out. But I do other, like their media. So when he did Bon Jovi, I work with the Fox News and the papers, and I set all that stuff up for them, all the interviews with ABC, NBC, CBS, WGN back then. So I, do a lot of the press work for him. Following up with that, and then I work songs to radio. So all the songs that you hear at 96.7, 105, whatever it is,
Yeah, 1.5.
105.5, and then XLC. I worked with all the media, with the radio programmers for the stations to get the songs played, and I work with the radio promotion companies. Jeff McCluskey in the city, who's a radio promoter, and I worked with 101.9. with the lady that was there. She's not there no more, but at that time when we were running the radio's program, that's what I did for them. And that Bon Jovi thing was pretty funny, actually. There's that 2009, 10, I was working my city store, and it was a gig they had at we were working at what's that place in Bartlett?
Bannerman's?
Bannerman's, yes, Bannerman's. So they had a gig in Bannerman's, and Richie's like, shit, we're like this far from, taking over the first spot of the thing. I'm like, don't worry, I got it under control. So I took all my computers at work, and I started setting up all my computers, and it was voting by popularity and stuff like that. So every customer would come in, I would be like, here's a piece of pizza, can you vote for me? Here's a piece of pizza, can you vote for this? So they'd come behind the computer, put their email address and send it. I mean, because that's how you had to do that, But ultimately, I mean, it was fun to do, But ultimately, John Bon Jovi, because when they won it, John Bon Jovi's got to be like, hey, I want to see who this band is before I put them on a stage with me, And let's see if they can perform to a crowd like that. They had all the credentials like that. These guys are fine. And then, Alec John Such managed Richie with when they were back with Tony's lineup and stuff like that. So there was a connection there, a little bit of a connection there. So they had some, good resume. They had a good resume behind them. So, but that, so stuff like that with the Bon Jovi, the media, and then I worked the angle because at that time Keith was going to American Idol, and Keith came to us one time. We were at the Schaumburg bar. I don't know, whatever it was, City Limits, I think it was called back then. City Limits, and Keith.
Yeah,
was
with MTV Girls, yeah.
was all devastated that he got kicked off American Idol, and we're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? He's like, well, you know, my green card, and blah blah blah. I did, you know, didn't do the right thing. And I'm like, don't worry, I have an angle. I have an angle. You know, we're gonna, you know, go to the Bon Jovi thing, and we want to launch this song better this way, and we want to go through the promotion company that I called and contacted, because I sat there with Richie one night and I said, hey, you have pretty good songs. I mean, you write very catchy songs, and it's nothing that I'm not hearing on the radio now. So why isn't your songs being played? He's like, well, how long do you got? I go, I got all night. So we sat there for like 8 hours and went through the whole radio thing. And now I know it better than he does, probably. Well, not better than him, but I know the angles and the context more than he does.
Wow.
You know, because he didn't do it, so I would take care of it, how the promotion works around the country and what they do and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's actually, it was pretty fun to do for a while, you know. And unfortunately, the radio business right now is pretty messed up. So you can't even go into a radio station right now. So
Wow.
you know, they're just, everything's done by electronics. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was always fun to turn on the radio and hear them. It's like, oh, I know those guys.
I know. And last year when they did it with Foreigner, I talked to the head of the radio station, and I was supposed to have a meeting with him, you know, come early January, February this year. You know, he's like, yeah, come and see me after, you know, the summer goes by, and let's get together, you know, because yes, Seventh Heaven has a great following. We have, you know, a lot of their listeners and fans live on the South, and we want to get back into the, you know, stuff like this. And then this whole COVID thing hit, and that's it. I haven't been able to really do anything with them. You know, we had a whole thing giveaway going on with a car with a dealership, and it was going to be a whole thing, but never happened.
No, the world stopped.
Yes.
World stops, right? So, yeah, I mean, that's what I do with Seventh Heaven. How much time we have? 5 minutes. So I'll get you back to the serendipity question. So they were 13 years old. My son was taking guitar lessons because he I mean, if you go back to some of the videos, I think Better This Way or one of those, the Summer's Gonna Last Forever video. That kid playing the green guitar, that's him.
Wow. That's cool.
He loves it. That's my son. He used to, because, you know, we were all doing this together, Rich and I, and we'd always go to the show, and he wanted it. He would mimic Keith on the stage, and he wanted to play guitar, so we signed him up. And I'm sitting there one day, and there's that newspaper, what's that one? I don't know. There's the only one out there really. It goes all the bars.
Oh, yeah, I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That publication was Seventh Heaven was on the cover, and I was reading it because I was sitting in the music school, so I had it and I was reading it. And he's like, "Hey, you know that band is pretty good. You know those guys?" And I'm like, "Yeah, kind of. You know, it's kind of, yeah. Why?" He's like, "Oh," he's like, "One of the guys back here says that you're involved with Seventh Heaven, and I wanted to talk to you about something." I said, "What do you want to talk to me about?" He's like, "I want to talk to you about these girls that I want you to hear. I put these girls together, and they're fabulous singers and artists and musically, and I want you to take a look at them to see if we can do something with them." And I said, "Sure." So I set up a meeting with Rich, and Rich was running late. There was a show that night, so I heard a couple songs. And I was blown away by Josie.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And when Rich came, he was blown away too. Remember, they were 13 at the time, and we were blown away. Now, you know, to watch her growth has been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's how that whole thing happened, was me being at the music school, getting guitar lessons for my son, and the guy coming up to me and hearing that I was part of a, you know, the Seventh Heaven thing, and he wanted me to help out the girls, and it's been great. You know, Josie's like a daughter to me, you know.
Yeah, they're all really sweet.
Everybody's like, is your dad going to be there? And can I talk to you about your daughter's band? And I'm like, it's not my daughter. It's funny because it happens all the time because we've been together since we were a young age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I've always seen with her, or they talk about it, but it's pretty funny.
So you manage them.
I manage them with
Okay.
Rich.
Okay.
So I pretty much book all their calendar with Rich and Joey DeMarco, and then I work with Karma booking some of their shows. And Richie, I'll help book, like I'll book Turkey Testicle, and that's the fest. I, did that, and there'll be some, like Arlington. It was supposed to be today, actually. Arlington, was it? Yeah, tomorrow.
Hmm.
Tomorrow I book Arlington, Mount Prospect. I book a few fests that I have connections with. So I do some of the booking. I don't actually like go make the decision on it, and I just say, "Hey, Rich, we have a lead. This is what we're gonna do." And he lets me handle it, whatever. No, but as far as like the band, they're self-managed. Richie manages everything, takes care of all the website stuff. I have nothing to do with the back end of it. I'll sit in meetings and my guidance and help out with different things and stuff like that, promotions and ideas and stuff like that. And I just told Richie the other day, I'm like, just send me a song. Let's start to write another song. I got nothing better to do. It's actually kind of fun.
Good ones already, so.
Yeah.
So that's how that becomes. Serendipity is doing well, actually. I had a great summer, absolutely great summer, and it's all down the drain. But, there are some shows coming up, because I just got Cary Park District just wrote to me today and said they're going to be on July 25th.
Perfect. We saw them at Dirty Nelly's, and they were fantastic.
We had them at a barbecue the other night.
Oh,
Birthday party, 50th for my brother-in-law. And it was like, you only have 50 people, so everybody's social distancing in the yard, right?
Yeah.
And they were fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
People loved them.
Yes.
Yeah, I had only seen full band before until they started going live on Facebook. And then
Their
I started.
acoustic show was like, I was blown away. I haven't seen it in a while, but their acoustic show has become really popular. So
Yeah, we enjoy it. We saw 2 of them so far. They're really good.
the selection is cool,
Mhm.
Yes.
country to, they do the variety, and their vocals are amazing. Her and Sam work great together. Sam's been a great addition to the band.
Yeah.
Plus, the Radka and the drummer,
I like her. Yeah.
and the bass player, a little shy, but she's coming along.
But they all do really well together.
They're all fabulous players, and they click well, and I think that you're going to see a huge growth spurt.
Awesome. We can't wait.
Good.
Cool.
I like that.
I think we have time for like one more if we want to squeeze
You
one in.
have one question. You had an interview with Adam, and he stated that you called him regarding his rejection being in seventh heaven. Can you tell us?
I'm going to go back and watch that interview for my time. So what did he say?
He said that he was going to say no to seventh heaven, and you wouldn't take no for an answer, and you called
I
him.
would not take no for an answer.
Thank you. We all thank you.
Okay, so maybe I am a little bit of a management thing in there, but I see, because Richie and I talk a lot, and we were searching for singers back in the day, before even Adam came into the picture, when Keith was, when we were looking for Anthony. I said, what about Adam from ... Because I reached out to my friends in Ohio, and I said, hey guys, what band singer, male band, a band member that's male, that sings, that you think is really good, that you guys, it could be from Ohio, could have been from anywhere.
Mhm.
He goes, Adam from ... And I said that to Richie, and Richie looked at me and goes, well, Adam's got his own thing going on, and I don't know if he fits well in this band. So, at the time, he wasn't really, he knew of Adam's, I don't think he knew of what all of Adam can do, as far as that goes. But he's like, no, I don't think Adam's the right fit. But we went on a search, and, I had to convince Anthony to come first, too. So I was involved in a lot of those singers coming to the band. And Anthony's a great singer, just didn't mold well with the band. So Adam, first, we went out to, eat. Richie's like, yeah, I'm going to talk to Adam. There's a possibility he's going to play with us a couple dates. And Adam did not want to come over because of, just some, he has his reasons why he didn't want to come over. And then we went out to dinner with Rich, and I said, come on, we need to talk about Adam, and this is what he wants, and this is what and Rich is like, no, no, no. I don't care. I'll fucking take the fucking winter off. You know, he gets, and he's like, I'm not gonna do that just to appease one person and the rest of that. I'm like, listen, we're not appeasing one person. We got to please the whole band here. You know, I go, I will talk to Adam. I go, this is what I need from you to make it happen, or this is not going to happen. You know, and I got to talk to all the band members to make sure they're aboard too. You know, I don't want, you know, I'm like, listen, guys, it's worth having someone, because it was not only, you know, Adam's performance level, but you know, Adam plays every instrument like Keith. You know,
Yeah, he does.
so, and he writes songs. Great writer. And
Yes.
I'm like, there's a whole thing, it's a whole package here that we got to get over to this band to keep up what we're doing, you know. In order, you know, you guys are still young. It was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Still got some time. We can still break a song if we really wanted to. And I think he's the guy, you know, to do it. And Richie MF'd me all the way through dinner and yelled at me. And it's like, I'm not doing this and this and that. And I'm like, I'm not listening to you. I'm just going to go do it. So then I got a call from his wife.
Thank you.
I get a call from his wife and says, whatever you got to do, you got to try to get Adam to come to the band. I'm like, all right. You know,
Yes.
all right, I'll do it. And his mother, when Richie's mother calls me, you know,
Oh yeah.
and, you know,
do it.
what's going on with Adam? I don't know. Well, you need to talk to him and you need him to come over. And I'm like, okay.
Have to listen to mom.
Yeah. I listen to mom. So then, long story short, I told Adam, I go, I'm sitting on this fucking phone until you tell me yes. And then you agree to this, to this and this and this. He's like, I don't know what I'm going to do, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Adam, I need an answer. And finally, he gave in. And I said, I will make it happen. I will talk to Rich, blah, blah, blah. And it happened.
Good. Well, you should see his side of the interview.
I got to go watch it.
It was actually pretty funny, but
Yeah.
I know not only us, but I'm sure everyone else is
Did you
glad
say
that
what I said, or is it totally different?
Well, he's the one that mentioned that you said that you wouldn't take no for an answer.
Yeah,
so,
they call me Relentless Lenny. That's why. There you go.
Well, we're glad you did.
So if you've ever seen him on the cruise videos, be like, Relentless Lenny. That's me. Because I was relentless. I wanted him in the band. I'm like, you are a good fit.
Well,
He told me a few years back that you guys had to hound him to join the band because he didn't want to. He didn't want all the shows because of having Jet and everything. So
yeah, there was
Then
a lot of things that made it, you know, it wasn't just money wise. It was a bunch of stuff, you know. He was comfortable doing that, but I kind of had to talk him into what we do and how we do. And I think now he really enjoys it. So
yes, and we enjoy him there.
yes, we do.
yeah, he's fun to have.
Well, thank you, Lenny, so much.
You're welcome,
We really
guys.
enjoyed this.
Yes,
Nice talking to you.
thank you.
Keep up the
Good
good
seeing
work,
ya.
Friends of Seventh Heaven. It's awesome.
Yes, and this will be posted later. So thank you so much, Lenny.
You're welcome.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone, for watching. Good night.
We can cut off. We're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
They give us
Bye.
a little leeway.